Beginning July 1st, a great change came to Cal State East Bay public transportation. In fact, Cal State East Bay broke its contract with AC Transit for some financial consideration. A shuttle has been providing a free ride to students in replacement to the AC Transit but with limited advantages. The shuttle rides only from Warren Hall to the Hayward Bus station with no stops. This represents two major problems to Cal State East Bay students.
Living in the dorms and the change with the whole AC transit no longer is free to the shuttle. Living in the dorms is kind of a hassle because we can't get dropped off right across the street from the dorm. We have to go all the way to Warren Hall, and it's a hassle because it's a long walk to get there, and you kind of have to rush yourself in a way to get ready if you're trying to go somewhere on BART because you don't have the same. You have to like prepare yourself even 10 minutes more to get all the way to Warren Hall just so you can get on the shuttle.
I live closer to Chabot, so I was able to get on the bus from there. Before I moved to my new place, honestly, I had to transfer twice in order just to get to the shuttle. It honestly was a hassle. It made me late sometimes it would be late for class. I understand that some of that was on me as well, but it just made it a lot more difficult. Cost-wise, it was a bit. It was something I had to add on to my daily routine.
Another major problem is that the shuttle does not ride the weekend, so students still have to ride the AC Transit, which is no longer free as from July 1st.
There's a number of downsides to the shuttle compared to the old bus service. First of all is that it runs at a much reduced schedule comparatively. It doesn't run on the weekends at all, which is a major downside for those of us who live here in the residence halls. Because if we want to leave during the weekend, which I would say almost everybody probably does at one point or another, our only option is to pay the regular fare, which is $2 each way, to take the 60 bus. And, it's not a huge amount of money, but for most of us who are on a strict budget, $4 every time definitely adds up. And it makes you feel a little bit more restricted compared to how it used to be when, on a whim you could just jump on the bus and head down into town.
I used to take the 92 line, which is just very close to my house. I just walk something like 1 to 2 minutes to get it, and then to come here. And usually I used to go all the time at the library, almost every day, even the weekend. I spend all the weekend at the library for doing some reading and some studying and, build my vocabulary and other things. But from the day that I have stopped that line is no longer free for the student, I have to take the shuttle. And for the shuttle, I have to walk something like 20 minutes from my house to the bus station and take it from there to come here. And also, the shuttle, it comes every 30 minutes. If we compare it to the line 92, which comes every 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So it's a big change for me.
Many students worry that the shuttle may not be able to meet Cal State East Bay student public transportation during regular quarter.
I feel in fall is going to be an even bigger hassle because the shuttles are so small that there's so many people that commute on BART during fall, during the high peak times, peak quarters, that unless they're going to change the times and have more shuttles moving at once, it's going to cause a lot of people are going to get really upset really quick. If they don't change that within the first 2 weeks compared to the schedule they have now in summer, there's going to be a lot of big problems because people are going to miss a lot of class. People are going to be late for class, and it's just going to cause adversity for a lot of people to they're going to have to try to leave an hour earlier from their house. And some people may not be able to leave an hour earlier because of work, or if they have to get their kids to the babysitter or whatever things they have going on in their life.
Yet, Cal State East Bay seems to have found a solution to student transportation after breaking its contract with AC Transit. However, there are still some few problems that need to be solved.
you know, the shuttle's better than nothing, but it's a real downgrade compared to how things used to be here.
The administration should consider adding more shuttle heads from 4 to meet the huge number of students riding the shuttle. That was Dauda Zale reporting for Pioneer Web TV News.